unleashed an explosive declaration, and what's just been revealed has track and field fans worldwide in absolute uproar. For 16 years, Usain Bolt's 150-meter record of 14.35 seconds stood untouchable. Until now, the Olympic champion's furious reaction after missing the record by just 0.06 seconds at the 2024 Atlanta City Games has resurfaced ahead of his 2025 attempt, revealing a level of determination and anger that's sending shockwaves through the athletics world. Noah Lyles, the reigning Olympic 100-meter champion, demonstrated unprecedented frustration that has now gone viral across social media platforms. Born from his agonizing near miss in 2024, Lyles' explosive reaction revolutionized public perception by showing raw emotion rarely seen from elite athletes. He seemed aggravated as he realized how close he was to surpassing Bolt. The American sprinter had clocked 14.41 seconds, becoming only the second person in history to break 14.50 seconds in the event. Sources close to Lyles revealed the depth of his eruption after crossing the finish line. The American was 0.06 seconds away from the now retired athlete, the closest anyone has been to a Bolt record. This microscopic margin, less than a decisive second, triggered an immediate outburst from Lyles, who reportedly slammed his hands on the track and shouted expletives that television broadcasts had to censor. The footage, now viral with over 10 million views, shows Lyles' visible anguish at missing history by such a razor-thin margin. What makes Lyles' explosive reaction particularly significant is the historical context of Bolt's record. Set in May 2009 on an unconventional straight 150-meter track placed in a high street in Manchester, Bolt's performance included a final 100-meter split of 8.72 seconds, a feat considered superhuman by sprint standards. The Jamaican had smashed the previous world record of 14.97, set by Linford Christie in 1994, by an astounding 0.62 seconds, making it one of the most dominant record-breaking performances in athletics history. Lyles' strategic approach to the 150 meters reveals meticulous planning and systematic improvement. His progression shows clear intent: 2018 to 14.77 seconds, 2019 to 14.69 seconds, 2023 to 14.56 seconds, 2024 to 14.41 seconds. It must be noted that every time Lyles has run the event, he has clocked a faster time, demonstrating a calculated assault on Bolt's record that has intensified with each attempt. This consistent improvement pattern triggered his explosive frustration when falling just short of the ultimate goal. The specific details of Lyles' upcoming 2025 attempt at the Atlanta City Games on May 17th reveal the pressure mounting on the American sprinter. He'll face Zharnel Hughes, Alexander Ogando, Ferdinand Omanyala, who are four of the top 20 fastest 150-meter runners ever. This elite field includes Hughes, 14.66 seconds, creating a competitive environment that could push Lyles to the performance of his lifetime or trigger another explosive reaction if he falls short again. Following his near miss, Lyles channeled his fury into Olympic success. Later that year, he became the 100-meter Olympic champion in Paris and also claimed a bronze in the 200-meter. However, sources indicate the 150-meter record remains his obsession, with training partners reporting intense sessions specifically targeting the unique demands of the distance. His coach revealed Lyles has modified his training regime, incorporating specialized 150-meter simulations designed to shave off those crucial 0.06 seconds. The importance of this record extends beyond personal achievement into historical significance. Bolt, who went on to claim 17 more Olympic and world titles after setting the 150-meter record, established a legacy that seems untouchable. His 100-meter world record of 9.58 seconds and 200-meter mark of 19.19 seconds remain far from current athletes' capabilities. The 150 meters represents Lyles' best opportunity to etch his name alongside, or above, the legendary Jamaican in the record books. Media coverage of Lyles' explosive reaction has created unprecedented buzz for the 2025 attempt. Video compilations titled "Lyles Loses It After Missing Bolt Record" have accumulated millions of views, with slow-motion analysis showing his facial expressions transitioning from confidence to shock to pure rage within seconds of crossing the finish line. Sports psychologists have analyzed his reaction, suggesting it demonstrates the mental pressure elite athletes face when chasing seemingly impossible standards. The financial implications of breaking Bolt's record add another layer to Lyles' determination. Industry insiders estimate a successful record attempt could generate endorsement deals worth $10 to $15 million, positioning Lyles as track and field's new global superstar. His current sponsors have reportedly included record-breaking bonuses in his contracts, creating additional motivation and pressure for the 27-year-old American. Bolt's original record-setting performance provides context for the challenge Lyles faces. The Jamaican was in top shape, having won 2 gold medals and clocked 2 world records at the 2008 Beijing Olympics, running 9.69 seconds in the 100 meters and 19.30 in the 200 meters. His 150-meter performance came during his absolute peak, making Lyles' pursuit even more daunting. The Manchester crowd witnessed history as it was truly a spectacle to see Bolt run competitively outside of stadium bounds. The 150-meter event itself carries unique historical significance. The 150-meter had its first high-profile race in 1997 as 2 1996 Olympic champions, Donovan Bailey, 100-meter, and Michael Johnson, 200-meter, wanted to settle who the fastest man in the world was. Johnson's infamous hamstring injury and Bailey's $1 million prize created controversy that still resonates today. This legacy adds weight to Lyles' pursuit, connecting him to a lineage of sprint legends. Current world rankings show Lyles' dominance in the event. The all-time list reads: 1. Usain Bolt 14.35 equals 2. Noah Lyles 14.41 equals 2. Tyson Gay 14.41 inches. Only 3 men have broken 14.50 seconds, with Lyles holding the active athlete record. His closest current rival, Zharnel Hughes at 14.66 seconds, remains 0.25 seconds behind Lyles' personal best, a gap that emphasizes how close Lyles came to history. Looking ahead to the Tokyo World Athletics Championships in September, Lyles will have his eyes focused on claiming 3 gold medals in the 100 meters, 200 meters, and 4x100 meters relay. However, sources indicate the 150-meter record attempt weighs heavily on his mind. Training footage shows Lyles repeatedly practicing his finish dip, the technique that could have made the difference in 2024. His explosive reaction to that near miss has transformed into calculated preparation for 2025. The emergence of teenage sensation Gout, who is also warming up for his first senior major competition, adds urgency to Lyles' record chase. The Australian Wonder Kid's rapid rise threatens to create new competition in events Lyles currently dominates. This generational pressure partially explains Lyles' explosive frustration. The window for cementing his legacy against Bolt's records may be narrowing. Weather conditions for the May 17th attempt in Atlanta could prove crucial. Meteorologists predict ideal sprint conditions with minimal wind, potentially creating the perfect environment for a record-breaking performance. Track surface technology has also advanced since Bolt's 2009 run, with the Atlanta City Games featuring a state-of-the-art temporary track designed for maximum speed. These factors, combined with Lyles' determination, create unprecedented anticipation for what many believe will be a historic moment in athletics. The King's crown is about to be snatched. Noah Lyles just dropped a bombshell that sent shockwaves through the track world. While everyone's focused on Grand Slam track, Lyles has his eyes on something bigger. Usain Bolt's last standing world record is in serious danger, and what Lyles just revealed will change everything. What's going on, track fans? Welcome back to the channel where we bring you the hottest stories from the world of athletics. Today we're talking about something massive. Noah Lyles, the reigning Olympic 100-meter champion, has just made a declaration that's got everyone talking. Now, let me paint you a picture. It's May 2009, the streets of Manchester, England. The world's fastest man, Usain Bolt, is about to do something unprecedented. They've literally placed a track in the middle of a high street, and Bolt is about to run a distance that rarely gets attention, the 150 meters. What happens next? Boom! 14.35 seconds. A world record that seemed untouchable. The Jamaican Lightning Bolt had struck again, and everyone thought this record would stand forever. His final 100-meter split an insane 8.72 seconds. This wasn't just fast, this was alien-level speed. But fast forward to 2024, and something incredible happened at the Atlanta City Games. Noah Lyles steps onto that same unconventional distance, and what does he do? He runs 14.41 seconds, just 0.06 seconds off Bolt's record. That's closer than anyone has ever gotten to any of Bolt's world records. But here's where it gets interesting. When Lyles crossed that finish line, he wasn't celebrating. He was aggravated. Why? Because he knew how close he was. That 0.06 seconds, it's been eating at him ever since. And now, in 2025, he's coming back with a vengeance. The Atlanta City Games are set for May 17th, 2025. And Lyles isn't just participating. He's on a mission. This isn't about prize money. This isn't about fame. This is about legacy. This is about proving that the torch has been passed, that there's a new sheriff in town. But wait, there's more drama brewing. While Lyles is laser-focused on breaking Bolt's record, there's been massive controversy about Michael Johnson's Grand Slam track league. And Lyles? He's been brutally honest about why he's not joining the $30 million league. In a recent interview with Runblog Run, Lyles didn't hold back. He said, "If a tree falls in the woods and nobody's around to hear it, did the tree fall? Boom. Shots fired." He's basically saying that without proper TV coverage, what's the point of running if nobody can see it? And get this, while athletes are winning $50,000 prizes in Grand Slam track, Lyles is more concerned about marketability and visibility. He even called out the Diamond League's move to FlowTrack, which costs $149.99 a year compared to Peacock's $59.99. The man knows his business. Here's what's really interesting. Lyles straight up said, "Money is not the thing that's going to drive me every time." This is coming from a guy who could easily cash in on the Grand Slam track paydays. Instead, he's chasing immortality. He wants that Bolt record more than any paycheck. He's been crystal clear, until Grand Slam track gets a major TV sponsor and fills those stadiums, he's not interested. The opening event in Miami, only 6,000 fans in a 35,000-seat stadium. That's not the stage Lyles wants to perform on. But let's talk about what's happening in Atlanta. Lyles won't be running alone. He's facing Zharnel Hughes, Alexander Ogando, and Ferdinand Omanyala, 4 of the top 20 fastest 150-meter runners ever. This isn't going to be a solo time trial. This is going to be a battle. And here's a stat that should scare everyone. Every single time Lyles has run the 150 meters, he's gotten faster. Think about that. He's literally improved. The record is in serious jeopardy. But this isn't just about one record. Lyles has his eyes on the Tokyo World Athletics Championships in September 2025. He's not just going for one gold. He wants the triple: 100 meters, 200 meters, and 4x100 meters relay. This man is on a mission to cement his legacy as the greatest sprinter of this generation. And speaking of competition, there's a teenage sensation named Gout Gout warming up for his first senior major competition. The next generation is coming, and Lyles knows his window to make history is now. For those who don't know the significance of the 150 meters, let me drop some knowledge. This distance has a legendary history. Back in 1997, it was the battleground for settling who was the world's fastest man, Donovan Bailey or Michael Johnson. That race ended in controversy when Johnson pulled up with a hamstring injury, but Bailey claimed the $1 million prize. Then came the epic trilogy between Bailey and Linford Christie from 1995 to 1997. These races weren't just competitions, they were statements about speed supremacy. And now, Lyles is writing the next chapter in this storied history. What's fascinating about Lyles is his approach. While other athletes are chasing money in new leagues, he's chasing immortality. He's been quoted saying he wants to be remembered as more than just fast. He wants to be an icon, a legend, someone who transcended the sport. Remember, this is the same guy who calls himself the fastest man in the world, who brings showmanship to every race, who isn't afraid to speak his mind. When he says he's going after Bolt's record, you better believe he means business. Breaking 14.35 seconds demands perfection. Bolt's record featured an incredible 8.72-second final 100-meter split. That's superhuman speed maintenance. The 150 meters is a unique beast. Not quite sprint, not quite middle distance. It demands explosive power and speed endurance, a rare combination. The straight track changes everything. Unlike the 200 meters with its curve, the 150 meters is pure, raw velocity from gun to tape. No technical turns, just devastating speed. Lyles has proven he possesses this lethal explosiveness, while his 200-meter dominance demonstrates his endurance. He's built for this distance. Mark my words, Noah Lyles will shatter Bolt's record on May 17, 2025. Down Grand Slam track millions, Lyles chose legacy over money. He's not chasing paychecks. He's hunting immortality as the first person to break a Bolt world record. This isn't just about one record. It's about shifting the entire landscape of sprinting. Bolt's mark seemed untouchable, almost mythical. If Lyles succeeds, it signals a seismic shift. Suddenly, every Bolt record becomes vulnerable. The 9.58 in the 100 meters, the 19.19 in the 200 meters, all fair game. One crack in the armor could bring down the entire fortress. Here's the million-dollar question. What truly defines greatness in track? League contracts, prize money, or the records that outlive us all? Lyles has answered definitively, while others chase dollars in new leagues in history. The stage is set for May 17, 2025 at the Atlanta City Games. This isn't just another race, it's a generational moment. Will Lyles achieve the impossible and finally break a Bolt world record? What's your call? Can Lyles break 14.35? Drop your predictions below.
It's a sad.
Another Olympic scandal explodes. Fred Curley, one of Team USA's brightest stars, is behind bars again. But what led to this shocking twist? Let's take a closer look. Fred Curley, the American track star with 2 Olympic medals, has been arrested in South Florida on battery charges, derailing his planned appearance at the prestigious Grand Slam track event in Miami. This marks the second arrest for the sprinter in 2025, raising serious questions about his future in the sport just 134 days before the World Championships in Tokyo.
And we start with breaking news. As we come on the air, Olympic track star Fred Curley arrested for a second time in South Florida. And this time, it involves another Olympian.
According to law enforcement reports, Curley, 29, was booked at Broward County Jail on May 1st, 2025, and charged with touch or strike battery. The Olympic medalist allegedly punched his ex-girlfriend, fellow Olympian Elisha Johnson, in the face with a closed fist during an encounter at a hotel, causing her nose to bleed. Johnson, 29, told police she ran into Curley while heading to an appointment with her conditioning coach. The arrest report indicates that Johnson's injuries were consistent with her statements about the altercation.
Elliot Rodriguez, police say it all happened after he allegedly assaulted a police officer, but his girlfriend tells us she thinks police overreacted.
Johnson and Curley had been romantically involved for approximately 6 months before ending their relationship in October 2024. His bond was set at $1,000, according to reports from the New York Daily News. Grand Slam track officials confirmed Curley's absence from competition in a statement. Fred Curley was arrested last night. The matter is under active investigation, and all inquiries should be directed to the Broward County Sheriff's Office. Fred will not compete this weekend. The organization declined to provide further comment on the situation.
Lauren and Jim, what we know is Curley is currently here being held at Broward Jail waiting to be released after posting bond. But according to an arrest affidavit, the victim in this case is a fellow Olympian and his ex-girlfriend, Elisha Johnson. Curley, according to Broward Sheriff's Office, ran into Johnson at a conditioning appointment she was at. at a Le Meridian hotel in Dania Beach. The two are in town for a track and field event. She told deputies he began arguing with her and became aggressive before punching her in the face, causing her nose to bleed. Back in January, Curley was arrested on Miami Beach for battery.
But wait,